YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and the YouTube Music app all together. Uninterrupted videos and an app made just for me.
Anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here talking and nobody can hear me. How about now? Hopefully everybody can hear me just fine now. As we're here watching qualifying, there is Brendan Brody. They're in the number 4, currently second. Alrighty. Oh, and the 42 of Christopher Pugley's there into the inside wall as his run comes to an end. Right now, Josh Cole, our fastest driver of the night, with a 30.501. Rick Schneider with a 30.587. Brandon Brody with a 30.599. McConnell with a 30.607. And we're currently watching, that is the likes of the 90, or I'm sorry, the 60 Brett Bray as he's out on track. There's a 29 of Mike Schaefer. '60 of Brett Bray. There's a 00. Fennel, Tom Tor out on track now up as we're watching the 60 come off a pit road. Or coming down for us the stop as he lays down a 30.978. There's Tom Tor in the number 3. And it looks like Tom Tor's time is a 30.844. Richard Odie out here on track. And at number 78, he's going around the corner right now and looks like he's going to try to lay down a time. Isaac Brook also needs to lay down a time, possibly here as well as everybody else has completed their laps. Odie coming around to complete lap number 1. It was green on the first sector. Into the walled side wall, the second sector, so that's going to be in no time. Come around for lap number 2. He's got to stay off of that outside wall for the time to count. Coming down the backstretch. He's yellow on that first run, so he's not going to be able to do it. I do not believe, as he's slower there in Sector 1 than he was last lap. Almost getting loose there as he comes back down through the trioval. He's green. Oh, no, he got at 30.892. So good enough for 7th position. As we're getting ready here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway with the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. And tonight, all my overlays and everything seem to be running well. Did some adjustments on my CPU and GPU as well, clocking them a little differently. So hopefully we got our problems figured out. As our everything looks to be running just fine here so far with 9.5 minutes of qualifying left to go. Yes, Puglies, everything is good, and he's home, so that's, thank you for that insight there for Puglies. Yes, everybody's home doing well. All right, just waiting here for either. Oh, we got Spencer now joining in here as well. Looks like here joining late. This is round 2 of the playoffs here with Friggy Diggy Arca Series. Or race number 2, I should say, in the playoffs. And we're getting set. And all the drivers getting settled in here. Yeah, we're waiting on everything to line up here. We'll go and take a look at our race info for tonight. That's going to be 97 degrees is the track temperature. 78 degrees is the temperature outside. 45% humidity. Cloudy here this evening in Charlotte, and 2-mile-an-hour winds. As we're getting down to about 5 minutes to go here in qualifying. It looks like Logan Spencer is out on track to lay down his time here. And Logan Spencer out there in that number 89. See what he can do here as he stays off that outside wall like we saw there from, I believe it would have been Odie that touched that outside wall and got a no time for lap number 1 of his. And the 89 really hanging it out there as he comes through 1 and 2. Spencer now gets it gathered back up here down the backstretch. He is quick through Sector 1. Now he's coming through time Sector 2. We'll see how well that looks for him here as he comes around to complete lap number 1 here. And it's going to be a 33-something. 32.980. Spencer looking to pick up time here this second lap. He's still quick through 1. Come around 3 and 4. See if he can pick up any time at all. .988, and that's still going to leave him sitting in 12th position here tonight. Got about a minute and a half, or just under 2 minutes of qualifying left here at Charlotte Motor Speedway as we're getting ready for the Friggy Diggy Arca series here this evening. I hope everybody's excited for race number 2 of the playoffs here with the Friggy Diggy series. And I'll try to pull up here on my side here to let you all know what in the... Where's my mouse at? There it is. No, come back here. Try to let you know what in the world the schedule looks like for the Friggy Diggy. So tonight, in the round of 12, this is race number 2 in the round of 12. 200 laps here at Charlotte. And it's going to be stage 1 at 50, stage 2 at 100. Is what we're looking at here for tonight's race. Then the last round of 12 goes on to June 9th. As the white flag has flown here in qualifying time has ended. We're getting ready for race time. A grid tonight. Josh Cole, there is your pole sitter. Rick Schneider in second. Brandon Brody will be starting third. Air in inside row number 2. Outside row number 2 is going to go to Waylon McConnell, starting fourth. Mike Schaefer there in fifth. And to his outside in sixth is Tom Tor. In row 8, starting in seventh is Richard Odie. And in eighth is Terry Fennell. And row number 5, Christopher Pugliese will start on the inside in that 9th position. And to his outside is Joseph Thomas, starting in 10th. Row number 6 is Brett Bray on the inside in 11th, and Logan Spencer in 12th. And 13th.
Radio check, test 1, 2, radio check, you got me?
And Isaac Brooks starting there in 13th if he takes the grid. All right, getting set and ready to roll here tonight. How'd you see that FFTV machine out there on the pole once again this week? See if I can give us any insight to the points, if I can find them here. The drivers having problems here tonight. And alrighty, so one of the drivers having some connection issue here tonight, and unsure why. And I here at Figure Form TV, we can definitely sympathize with that.
Not going, 1 to go.
Oh, we're going to take one more lap around of Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. Everything works out here. Caution lights are on. Getting ready to roll. Got to wait one more lap, though, before we set these drivers free here tonight. See if I can figure out who might be having. Looks like Tor might be having some internet problems, and he's starting at the back, or starting on. Yeah, there he goes. He's dropping to the back there, in the number 3. So we'll keep an eye on him as he's having some internet service issues here tonight. Oh, good luck to him. Hopefully it resolves itself. But like I said here at Flicker Farm TV on the pole, we definitely sympathize with that type of problem. As the last few weeks, we've been just dealing with a gremlin of our own. And we hope to have that gremlin finally got up and gotten out of here. Gotten him out of the booth. And out of our technical problems. So we can bring you the best racing we can here on Flicker Farm TV and on the pole. Lights are off, pace car's off. We're getting ready for the green as it comes down the straightaway here into that tri-oval. Green flag is out. They're down and away, heading into corner number 1. Side by side as they come firing down there. Josh Cole out front in that number 43. Brendan Brody in that number 4 getting a great jump there on the inside as Rick Schneider is battling back on the outside. And right behind Schneider, that's Waylon McConnell out there in that number 75. And Mike Schaefer in the number 29. He's sitting in 5th right now. Everybody comes storming through the corner. Single file at the moment as they come off of 4. And back down here in the corner number 1 as they come through the tri-oval. Back around, back out on the... I'm back down through corner 1 and 2 onto the backstretch. And we're on board here with Weather McConnell as they come down here into corner number 1, or I'm sorry, corner number 3. Now they head down here through the corner out onto back down into corner number 1. So hopefully these laps will tick away quite quickly here tonight if we can keep everything green and underway. As you see, the race heating up for the lead as Josh Cole still leads it here on lap number 3. As, oh no, here comes Brody down to the inside. He's going to get a run. And Rick Schneider as well down there on that low side. It's 3 wide for the lead as they come off of 4. Josh Core getting a great run off the floor as he comes back down and retakes the lead there as well. And it looks like we got Waylon McConnell possibly blinking out as well in that number 75. We lost him there for a moment, but he has come back. So we'll have to keep an eye on that driver as well. We know Tom Tor was having issues as well tonight, but he seemed to be back here running around, doing okay back here toward the back, currently sitting in 9th. Richard Odie in 8th, but all the racing, all the while, is up front. As you see, Waylon McConnell there up to 4th with Mike Schaefer in 5th. As Brody still working on Cole as they come off of 2 down the backstretch. Who's going to get the run that they need? Coming down here in the corner number 3. It will be Brody that'll get the lead now. As Josh Cole will fall in line and let Brody lead this lap. And back here, 75 of Waylon McConnell going to the inside of Rick Snyder in that 03. And they're doing all they can to keep these cars straight off the corner. Down the backstretch they go. All single file for the most part. Different lanes there for the 75 of Waylon McConnell. As now they come back down here in the corner at 3 and 4. Schneider running that low lane as the leaders run the high lane. I don't know if that gained them any position, any type of help there as they come off of 4. Back down through the trial in the corner at number 1 once again. Front to back, here we go. Brody still out front with Josh Cole there in second. Schneider in third, Waylon McConnell fourth, Mike Schaefer in fifth. Terry Fennell, that 00, is in sixth. Joseph Thomas in the number 21, currently seventh. Richard Odie there in eighth, but on the back bumper of Odie as they come through the front stretch down here in the corner at number 1. Odie looking to see if he can get to the outside as Tom Torres sitting here comfortably in 9th with Christopher Pugley there in 10th. Brett Bray in 11th. Logan Spencer in 12th. Everybody doing a great job so far tonight. And we're looking on from Rick Schneider, who moved himself up into second as he got around Josh Cole. So Josh Cole has fallen back 2 positions from the start of this race as he has fallen back to third. And he hasn't really given up as he's going back to the outside there of Schneider. Schneider doing a great job running that lower lane here so far this evening. And Cole better watch himself as the 75 of McConnell's coming in and gaining on him. Hopefully Cole didn't burn up his tires too much there in the first 10 laps as he's falling back now. Tires going to be a thing to watch here tonight. Mike Schaefer, Terry Fennell, Richard Odie, Joseph Thomas, Tom Tor, and Christopher Pugley should top 10 so far. There you see Waylon McConnell getting around Josh Cole, completing that pass. So Josh Cole now falls back another one as we're on board with Waylon McConnell. Now they come down through the front stretch here and back down here in the corner number 1. Brody here in front, but he's got company coming from Schneider. They come back down here in the 1, coming around the corner. Schneider looking low. And he's there, but can he make the pass happen? He's looking low again, coming in the corner number 3. He's down there on the low side of Brody. And we know that 03 really has been hooked up down there on that low side here tonight as they come off the corner and drag racing to the line. And it is going to be Schneider leading that lap as he now takes the lead over from Brody. And Josh Cole got around Waylon McConnell. He's up to third now. And as they come through turns 1 and 2 once again, Josh Cole regaining some of that speed that he lost earlier on. So I'm just wondering if he heated them tires up too much trying to stay out front as he's now got back up here, sitting third, getting back up to the bumper of Brendan Brody. And Rick Schneider out there in front. And they come off of 4 down through the tri-oval. And this lap, how about we go and try to heat it up? we're back here as we're watching the 78 of Richard Odie work his way through the pack. He got around Brody as Brody's now falling back some. He's now back here in the 4th as Odie's trying to put him back to 5th. Now they come down through the travel down here back into corner number 1. Odie ends up falling back here into 5th. And now he goes to the top side to try to get around Brody. Drag race down the back stretch. Everybody single file until you get to that 5th spot where Brody is falling back to 5th. As Odie there and Richard Odie in 4th. Out there on that high side gets around Brody. As Brendan does a great job. And he's holding on pretty well here tonight. Odie now is running that outside lane. We've seen drivers like the outside. We've seen drivers like the inside. We've got a race for the lead here coming down the backstretch as Rick Schneider's got the outside over top of Cole as Cole's got the inside. Who's it going to be to lead this lap? And so far, it looks like Cole's going to retake the lead here on lap 19 or lap 20 of 200 as they come back down here in the corner number 1. Great racing going on as the battle are going on for positions. Back here, Brendan Brody losing another one here to Mike Schaefer. Come off of 2 down the backstretch. Brody not wanting to fully give it up though, as he's out there on the outside, coming down through the corner, and there you see front to back. Josh Cole still out front. Rick Schneider 2nd, Waylon McConnell there in 3rd, Richard Odie 4th. Mike Schaefer in 5th, and Brendan Brody there in 6th, Terry Fennell 7th, Joseph Thomas there in 8th, Tom Tour 9th, Christopher Pugliese 10th, Brett Bray 11th, and Logan Spencer there in 12th. And if you're here watching for Isaac Brook, he is not on the racetrack here tonight, as he did not take the grid. Josh Cole, Rick Schneider still battling it out for that lead as they pulled away from 3rd place there of Waylon McConnell. Richard Odie sitting in 4th. Terry Pennell losing a spot or trying to gain a spot to Brendan Brody as they're side by side coming off of 2 back out onto the backstretch. One of the league sponsors that I want to give a shout out to is Admin Box. Keep Digging is another, along with 1% Designs. You can check all them out. And if you find a, down in the description should be discount codes for some of them sponsors for the league. So yeah, there should be discount codes for both Admin Box and Keep Digging. I don't remember there's one there for 1% Design, but be sure to check them out nonetheless. Down here through the backstretch. Corner number 3, side by side is Terry Fennell as he's trying to build up time here on the inside. Running that inside lane down there along the bottom side of Brody. Brody falling back to 6th. And Schaefer would love to put him back to 7th if he could, as he's running down there on that low side. And you see they're starting to get a little stretched out here as Josh Cole, Rick Schneider are still up front with Waylon McConnell sitting 3rd. Richard Odie 4th with Terry Fennell in 5th. Mike Schaefer up to 6th, and Brendan Brody has fallen back to 7th. Joseph Thomas back here in the number 21 machine, sitting in 8th. All these drivers doing a great job so far. Let's see if we can find on here any information. Quite worked out the way I wanted to, but looks like Christopher Pendle is leading the points as he is 9 points ahead of Josh Cole. Then we got Tom Tor in 3rd with Rick Schneider in 4th, Brendan Brody in 5th. Those are your top 5 in points. Christopher Pugley sitting or tied for 5th as it stands right now in points. Will McConnell sitting 7th. Terry Fennell 8th. Logan Spencer in 9th. And in 10th is Michael Schaefer for your points. Got some pit stops happening as Brett Bray is in and having problems. Wonder what happened to Brett Bray as he tried to come into the pit lane. See if we can get a replay of this. So as he's coming into the pit road, what exactly did he do? It just didn't turn, and he ended up into the outside wall. He drove it right into the outside wall there of pit lane. As more drivers are coming to pit lane. Tom Tor and Josh Cole coming out. Rick Schneider coming out. Richard Odie out on his way out. So everybody has pitted. As you see, Christopher Pugley's, Tom Tor, and Joseph Thomas all in pit road at the moment, along with the 89 of Logan Spencer sitting there on pit road. And here comes the leaders around. There comes Josh Cole to retake the lead. And all those other drivers are sitting there on pit road as Joseph Thomas is working his way out. Everett Pugley's coming out. Brody out here on the outside coming around. Trying to gain a couple positions here. Waylon McConnell has blinked out once again, I believe. I think that's why we lost him for a moment. As I can't find Waylon McConnell. There he is. Now he's back up there in 4th. So, a little blink out there from the 75 machine. And he's currently sitting 4th. There you see the 78 of Richard Odie. Rick Schneider there in the 03. Josh Cole out there in the 43. Tom Tor in the 3. Still hanging in there. He's sitting in 10th. Trying to see where the battle's in live. We got Brody, we got Spencer back here in the 89. The 60 of Brett Bray as he's trying to battle back to stay on the lead lap here. And Brett Bray is a lap down to the first 8 drivers. Josh Cole doing a great job out front there. Rick Schneider as well. We got a gap, a little bit of a gap back to Waylon McConnell. Richard Odie with Mike Schaefer back to 5th. Terry Fennell in 6th. Joseph Thomas there in 7th. Brendan Brody in 8th. 9th goes to Christopher Pugley. Tom Tor sitting in 10th with Logan Spencer in 11th and Brett Bray in 12th. Now we're watching on. We were trying to catch the action the best we can. There's the 4 out, Brendan Brody. Coming through 3 and 4. Side by side, looks like Brett Bray is looking to try to get a lap, work back to get his lap back. And we see the lead of Josh Cole still leading out front with Rick Schneider there in 2nd. And they're working through 3 and 4 back around the front stretch on to the tri-oval here at Charlotte. And back down here into corner number 1, you're looking on the 03 of Rick Schneider. Well, McConnell 3rd, Richard Odie in 4th. And you can see, looks like the 75 is starting to gain a little bit on the front 2 drivers. As 75 is getting a great run on the outside of Schneider, and he overtakes that 2nd spot. And Al Schneider looking on to see if he can keep in the battle here Had McConnell now going to the outside of Cole and getting that spot. We're on board with Josh Cole coming down here through the backstretch. Josh Cole's watching that 75, just kind of slingshot out front. Well, McConnell all of a sudden finding that speed here tonight. Mike Schaefer in at number 29. Goodwrench has the company of the 89 of Logan Spencer, as Spencer's trying to gain some spots back. Brett Bray as well trying to gain some spots. And we're looking on Terry Fennell there in the number 6 machine. I'm sorry, in 6th position, that 00 machine of Terry Fennell. Forgive me there, as I was looking at the wrong thing on the score sheet. Spencer a lap down, Bray still a lap down. As what I'm saying there, the 60 of Brett Bray trying to come up through the field. We're following Mike Schaefer around the racetrack here momentarily. There doesn't seem to be too much excitement going on right now so far tonight. McConnell out front, over top of Cole with a 3-second gap and climbing. Cole and Schneider losing ground on that number 75 of Willie McConnell here tonight, as Odie sitting there in 4th. And that 78 machine, Mike Schaefer, who we're currently watching here in 5th, kind of halfway in the pack. Terry Fennell in 6th. And that 00 machine. Nobody really fighting for position at the moment. There seem to be gaps between everybody as we're on board with Richard Odie now. And we're coming through the trioval on board of that number 78 machine. As Brett Bray's trying to make his way up through the field. Willie McConnell still has a great run going there out front for that number 75 machine. As he's now got 5 seconds over top of Josh Cole and 6 seconds over top of Rick Schneider for 2nd and 3rd. And then it's a 17-second gap back here to Odie and Schneider. Schneider being about an 18-second gap off the leader. What a run that 75 is putting down. At the moment, he's kind of just waved goodbye to everybody as we've lost him once again. There's 2nd place, Josh Cole. Willie McConnell out front. He's coming down the back stretch now as Josh Cole is coming out onto the back stretch right now as well. So with the timing and scoring, I'm not sure how accurate it is. There's Willie McConnell down through the front, and here comes Josh Cole. He's working himself off of 4 at the moment. Rick Schneider there in 3rd. As Tom Torres in 4th, Richard Odie there in 5th, Mike Schaefer in 6th, Terry Fennell in 7th. So Tom Torres was worried about his ISP tonight, but it seems to be holding on okay here. And honestly, I think it's hanging on a little better than McConnell's. Everybody's doing what they can here tonight. As we're 7 laps from the quarter waypoint and stage number 1. Josh Cole sitting 2nd. Tom Tour there in 4th. There, Tom Tour blinked out just for a moment. Now he's blinking in and out. But sitting by himself at the moment. Nobody around him, really. Trying to see if we can get a glimpse of that machine. Mike Schaefer and battling Odie for that 5th position. There's Tom Torre. He's doing okay now. Now he's up to third. Now I'm sorry. Rick Schneider's still sitting in third. Josh Cole second, and Waylon McConnell way out front here as he's putting another driver lap down. And that'd be the 42 of Christopher Pugliese. And Josh Cole is just doing everything he can to stay in contention here. As that 75, after that first set of pit stops, that kind of drove off into the wind, per se. And we're on board with Schneider now in that School Bandit machine. And we come off a 4 out of Sheboygan Falls. I'm going to have to put the map up here so we can kind of see where everybody is at, I would think. Oh, come on here. There we go. Yeah, they're getting really spread out. You can kind of see how they are around the racetrack here at Charlotte tonight. Yeah, we got the 29, Mike Shaper working that 5th position. Tom Torre there in 4th with Rick Schneider in 3rd, trying to work through lap traffic. Josh Cole has already worked through some lap traffic and trying to keep McConnell in his sights as McConnell's now going around another driver. And he's sitting sights on Odie here, so Odie better be starting to watch himself. That 75 machine, I don't know what they did to it under that pit stop, but it has just been on fire, on rails, whatever you want to call it. He is just down and away here so far as we're coming around to the stage break, and Waylon McConnell has lapped half the field. Brandon Brody in the pit road. As lap 50 comes on the board.
Caution's out.
Caution is out. That is going to be our stage so far here this evening. Here you can kind of see the gap between McConnell to Cole, and it's a good 10-second gap between first and second place. We can find them, and there we are. Okay, SMS Racing. Good evening there, Waylon. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, I know there's a few of us wondering what intonation type of adjustment did you guys make under that pit stop?
I took 4 tires. I think everybody else just took fuel.
Okay. Because, I mean, you come up through that field like a rocket.
Yeah, I took tires hoping to get the stage, and I got it, so.
Well, you got up by 10 seconds.
Yeah, I just hope that set of tires don't come back to haunt me.
I mean, because you just drove around everybody, and it looked great. I mean, you were starting to put people lap down and everything, so I think there's a few drivers going to try to get their lap back now. And you had
yeah, it'll be
a great
interesting
run
to see on. It'll be interesting to see if anybody takes tires halfway through this next run.
Well, hopefully your strategy plays out for you, and it don't come, like you said, don't come back to haunt you. And who's your sponsors and people you want to thank for getting this stage 1 victory?
I'll just thank my teammates, SMS, and just everybody on the league, and you.
Hopefully you and Rick Schneider can keep going there and keeping it up in the top 3.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, well, good luck here in stage number 2, and we'll see how well your car performs this round.
All right.
Alex Waylon McConnell, your victory winner here for stage number 1. As we found out that he thinks what happened there is everybody else took fuel only. He came in and took tires. So under that green flag stop, when everybody else was taking fuel, which I don't know if that's completely true. I do believe there were a few others that took tires as well. But right now, Josh Cole out front. Tom Torres sitting there in third behind Rick Schneider. We'll get everybody regrouped. Rick Schneider going around Josh Cole. Unsure exactly why. He'll bring it to a stop here on the backstretch. Waiting on the pace car. See if we can get a word with Josh. We can find him here. Good evening, Josh. How's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Oh, not much. Just kind of curious what you thought of that first stage here tonight.
I saw a lot of people push it a little bit more than what I was doing, so I saw them burn up their tires a little bit quicker, but I decided not to take tires on that pit stop to save a set for later. And I think Waylon didn't, so that's why he got out there in front like he did. But otherwise, I got a really fast car tonight.
It does seem like you got a fast car, and I can confirm that Waylon did take tires there on that last green flags run, so he's hoping that don't come back to bite him.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it doesn't either, but, you know, I got a strict strategy that I'm trying to run if this thing goes green, so hopefully we'll just thing up front and maybe get a win here at Charlotte.
Well, good luck to you here in the round number 2 of the round of 12 of the Friggy Diggy, and it looks like you are about to go green, so I'll get you back to your team.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty. Get ready to go back green. Rick Schneider on the outside here. Josh Cole to the inside. And we all know that these two drivers are quick. And they are running well here tonight. Up front, Waylon McConnell now sitting back here behind one of the drivers he lapped, which was Joseph Thomas, or he was about to lap Joseph Thomas. Brendan Brody blinking out there for a quick moment. Pace car is off. We're going to be down and away here in just a quick moment. As you see, Barney has the flag in his hand. It's down. It's waving. And there, green flag racing once again as Josh Cole, what a shot off of the restart. And there comes Tom Tor there in second. Bringing that black number 3 up in through the ranks. The 03 of Schneider there in third with Mike Schaefer in fourth. Terry Fennell up to fifth. Everybody gets out single file quickly here. And we're trying to capture the battle of Joseph Thomas. Back here in that number 21 machine. And Brody disappeared on us for a moment. Tom Tor up into the outside fence. Gets loose and gets into Schneider. Schneider around.
Boss man, you're doing a good job. You want to give us an update on that car?
Christopher Pugliese and Rick Schneider coming together. Well, we have Pugliese going off into the grass and sideways, but Rick Schneider really being the cause of the caution. As well, maybe a little net code there to help that along as we watch him come through. There you see the 3 getting loose, coming down. He tries to get it straightened out, but they do make contact. And around goes the 3. Along with the 0-3 up into that outside wall. As Tom Tor come back down across, and does he get it stopped before the barrier? It looks like he gets it turned so he doesn't hit the barrier. Oh, tough break there for Schneider, and Tor may park it from what I'm hearing. Tom Tor coming back on track. Rick Schneider getting some repairs done down there in the pits. Joseph Thomas out there in front now with Josh Gold sitting here in second. With Mike Schaefer third, Waylon McConnell there in fourth, Terry Fennell in fifth. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be back in just a moment. So we're doing well here tonight. Everything's looking top notch here on the pole broadcast here on Flicker Forum TV. Graphics look great. Looks like we got everything under control. CPU's not overworking here like it has before. We got some breathing room on it. Everything's looking great here tonight. Joseph Thomas up here in first. Josh Cole second. I kind of missed, with the chaos going on with Schneider, exactly what happened there with the 21 taking the lead. Has Schneider back out on track ahead of Tom Tor. Lights are out on the pace car. I'm a little confused. The 89 and those should be coming around. There comes the 89, Logan Spencer. 60 of Brett Bray is on pit road. 75 of Willem McConnell on pit road. Richard Odie, he came around the pace car. Christopher Pugley's back on pit road. Topping off, possibly. drivers helping each other, figuring out when to pit for repairs. Now we're coming off here, lap number 60 on the board. And it'll be 61 when we take the green flag here tonight.
Ready, green, 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 green.
Green flag is out there down the way. Coming down into corner number 1. And it's going to be Joseph Thomas leading them. He gets a great start, but here comes Cole on the outside. Cole knows he has a great car here tonight. And they come working off a 2 down the backstretch. Here comes Mike Schaefer and Rick Schneider as well. Rick Schneider is back behind Tom Tour. As Tom Tour up there on the outside. Here comes Schneider trying to get through by on that low side once again. Tour needs to make sure he doesn't get loose once again. And as there we see Schaefer getting into that outside wall. As Cole retakes that lead over top of Joseph Thomas. And Schaefer. And, dang it, Schaefer tore. Schneider. Now here comes Thomas looking on the inside of Cole once again. Down here on the inside. And we heard Cole kind of talk about the tire wear and the efficiency of how you got to be with the tires. Coming around the corner. Down the backstretch. And we're side by side there for a third between Thomas and Tor. Schneider looking on in 5th. And, oh no, Tom Tor getting loose again coming out of 4, but this time doesn't collect anybody with him. Hey, working through turn number 2. Back out onto the backstretch. I think Tor's battling a loose race car here tonight. There you see Joseph Thomas out there on the inside. Tom Tor on the outside coming up through the field. They're in 4th, but Schaefer takes away that 3rd spot from him there as he was working there behind Thomas. Schneider down the backstretch. Cole still leads it. We're watching on here. Brett Bray back on the lead lap. Terry Pennell back on the lead lap. Still lots of racing left to go here with Richard Odie sitting there in 8th. Waylon McConnell in 7th. Rick Schneider falls back here to 6th. Logan Spencer up to 5th. Tom Tor still sitting in 4th, right behind the leaders here. And we saw at the end of stage number 1 how important tires can be. As we were kind of figured, nobody really took tires there through the halfway point of stage number 1. And we're on board here with Josh Cole. And that's the 75 what William McConnell took tires. We saw the distance he could put down compared to fresh tires between old tires, the time difference. When they finished that stage, from that time when they had the pit stops to the time they finished the stage, he had a 10-second lead over second place. So tires mean everything here tonight. So it's a matter of learning how to keep the tires under that machine and still keep the fast times rolling down here. As Cole still out front. Schaefer there in 2nd. Tom Tor 3rd with Logan Spencer 4th. Joseph Thomas 5th. Waylon McConnell there in 6th. Rick Schneider falling back now to 7th. Richard Odie here in 8th. Brett Bray in 9th. Terry Fennell there in 10th. Brendan Brody, 11th. 1 lap down so far. Shaper gets a run, gets that lead there. And here comes Tom Tour there up to 2nd as well. It looks like Tour's got them tires heated up now to where he don't have to worry as much. That car's starting to stick in the groove that he's wanting it to be in without it being too loose. He's back down there along the bottom side of the racetrack. And we noticed that with Tour, he runs a little better down along the inside. As we got Thomas up into the outside barrier. He gets it off. Now he's coming back down. Lost a lot of speed, lost a lot of position there. And all of a sudden he gets clipped somehow off of Brett. Was that off of Brett? No, that was off of Richard Odie, I believe. 21 of Thomas ends up into the outside lane and really has problems with that right front as that tire is really pushed inward. You can see there the problem with that right front, how far in that right tire is compared to everybody else. And I come down here in the corner number 3 and 4 now. Josh Cole sitting 2nd. Mike Shaper out there in front. Waylon McConnell there in 4th. There's Tom Tour sitting in 5th. And he comes storming down here in the corner 1 and 2 once again. The 75, Waylon McConnell trying to work his way up through the pack. Everybody's single file here so far. Waylon McConnell looking to the inside. Spencer. We got the 21 pitting out now. As he is a couple laps down here. There you see Shaper trying, or I'm not Shaper, but Schneider working his way up through the field. Got some damage there on the left side of that machine. We're on board with Shaper, or Schneider, I mean. Now you can see here on some of the cameras, you can see that little bit of left front damage to that machine from whenever Tour and Schneider got into it there on the 1 lap where Tom Tour got a little loose coming down into the 03, ends up spinning them around. So trying to keep the exciting spots open here. Now we're watching the number 3 of Schneider. Now keeping an eye on the gaps throughout the field. Looks like Tom Tour and Schneider sitting here at our closest gap right at the moment. Now we're on board with Tom Tour out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Coming down the backstretch here at lap 75. And the number 78 of Richard Odie up there into the outside barrier wall. Here comes the 03 of Schneider underneath Tom Tour. He's still been battling it out all race long. And Brody is in there as well, but Brody is a lap down. He is the first car 1 lap down. Sitting in 10th position, but trying to battle up through the pack to try to get that spot back to get back on to the lead lap come stage break. Waylon McConnell sitting 3rd with Mike Shaper in 2nd as Josh Cole has retaken the lead. Coming down here into corner number 1. And this is where our most exciting stuff is right now. And where's Schneider, Tour, Odie, Fennell. Brody in the mix here. And we're on board with Schneider. Coming down the back stretch there. You see the 3 of Tom Tour getting back around him. Down there on the inside, come back up and right in front of the 03. Schneider now happened to make an evasive move down to the inside. Brody trying to come up through there. You see the 78 of Richard Odie. And Brody and the 42 of Pugley's down there on the inside. Coming down the backstretch. Mike Schaefer out here coming through off of 4. Losing sight of Cole just a little bit. Josh Cole out front, Mike Schaefer there in second, Waylon McConnell third, Logan Spencer fourth, and Rick Schneider fifth. Tom Tour there in sixth. Somebody letting somebody around somewhere, but I'm having trouble figuring out where that would be. Waylon McConnell here has the, oh, well, there could be what it is. We got green flag pit stops going on once again. Here with about 20 to go in the stage number 2. Richard Odie on pit road. Brendan Brody on pit road as well. As Thomas came in at lap 70, so I don't expect to see him coming in again. I expect him to be trying to make up some ground. As you see the 21 of Joseph Thomas there now. William McConnell out here in third with Mike Schaefer in second with Josh Cole out there in front. Schneider in second, Waylon McConnell third. Logan Spencer in fourth, and there you see the 89. Oh, it is Spencer, the 89, huh? Losing my mind a little bit. Rick Schneider back here in fifth. Tom Tour sixth. Terry Fennell in seventh. Josh Cole back out there in front. Now, this is where Cole kind of lost a little bit of ground last stage. We kind of know what happened with the green flag stops, but I'm not seeing really anybody else coming in yet. As Cole is out front and has a lead of about 3 seconds over top of second place Schaefer. McConnell working there in third with Logan Spencer in fourth. We're on board here with Spencer. Out of Markdale. Tom Tour there in sixth. Terry Fennell seventh. Brett Bray there in eighth. Yeah, they come off pit road. Schneider came in. Hugley's out here on track. Odie, Tom Tour on pit road. Joseph Thomas, Brandon Brody. Josh Cole still out on track, leading this race as we're on board with him coming out of fourth. As we're on lap 86, soon to be 87 of 200. Mike Schaefer second. Waylon McConnell there in third. Terry Fennell in fourth, Brett Bray in fifth. As drivers are starting to make their pit stops. Christopher Puglic's back here in seventh. And amongst those drivers that haven't pitted yet, we're on board with Chris Puglis as he is out of Erie, Pennsylvania. Josh Cole brought it in. Will Mike Schaefer. Yes, Mike Schaefer coming in. Waylon McConnell coming in. Brett Bray stays out for another lap. Terry Fennell comes in. So Brett Bray all by his lonesome out there in front. Now, he was a lap down at the start of this race. Now he's leading this for the moment. I look to see him come in this time. As Josh Cole is on his way out. Brett Bray, like I said, I thought he'd be coming in this time, and he has. And bringing with him the 42 of Christopher Puglis. So Josh Cole comes in, comes out, and has the lead still with a 4-second gap back to second place when they come across the line. Had Mike Schaefer. It's your second place driver, but he's got company of William McConnell coming. And William McConnell, once again, looks like he might be a little bit on rails here as he's trying to chase down Mike Schaefer, but who knows? We'll have to see here. He's trying to chase down that number 29, and it looks like he is here for the moment. We know Josh Cole said if it stays green, he's got a strategy he wants to play, so he's not really worried about some of these cars like Brendan Brody getting around him, as Brody is a lap down and trying to get that lap back. As Josh Cole sitting out here in front. Mike Schaefer in second, and that number 29, Goodwrench. Haley McConnell there in third. Richard Odie in fourth. Tom Tor in fifth. Rick Schneider in sixth. Joseph Thomas in eighth. Joseph Thomas in seventh. Terry Fennell in eighth. Brett Bray in ninth. And Brendan Brody there in 10th. Those are your top 10 drivers, and they all are on the lead lap as it stands right now. We saw Brody kind of going around, getting around the number 43. I don't really see Cole to really push it too hard. Hopefully, I think he's going to try to keep as much tire under him as he can. Coming down here in the corner number 3. And the rest of them are coming out of 2. Crossing the stripe. There you see the 43 of Josh Cole. Waylon McConnell there in second. Mike Schaefer third with Richard Odie fourth. Tom Tor in fifth. Well, McConnell second, Mike Schaefer third, Richard Odie there in fourth, Tom Tor in fifth, Rick Schneider sixth, Terry Fennell in seventh, Joseph Thomas there in eighth, Brett Bray in ninth, and Brendan Brody back here in 10th. Josh Cole still leads it out front. There in that number 43 machine as they work through 3 and 4. Off of 4 they come back around, off of 1 and 2 back out onto the front stretch here with about 6 laps to go in stage number 2. William McConnell there in second. Mike Schaefer there in third. Tom Tor in fourth. Mike Schaefer third. William McConnell second. Tom Tor there now up to third as he gets around Schaefer. Richard Odie up to fifth. Terry Fennell battling back here in amongst these other drivers as he got Brett Bray coming around him. And Brett Bray really starting to show off a little bit here as he had struggles early on in this race, but his car is starting to come to life late here in Charlotte. And that's the one thing with these long races. You might not have the best car to start, but coming through the night, hopefully the car comes to you a little better and better and get more into a rhythm, especially with these long green flag runs. We see Cole coming down and putting another lap down here on the race. As Tor and McConnell battle it out coming across the stripe, and it's going to be Tor for second place. They come down here in the corner number 1 and 2, back out onto the backstretch. Josh Cole still our leader. Richard Odie back here in fourth, and that number 78. We saw him catch the outside wall a little bit as well here a couple times tonight. And there you see Mike Schaefer in that number 29 machine. Brett Bray in 6th. Terry Fennell in 7th. Joseph Thomas in 8th. Rick Schneider in 9th. And again, there's Brendan Brody trying to stay on the lead lap. Back here in 10th. He's trying to hold it off. But I don't know if Josh Cole's really going to push to put him a lap down. And he's kind of sitting back here, just trying to make sure he doesn't burn his stuff up as he's still putting some time down between him in second place. But Tom Tor is quickly closing as he's got that gap down below 5 seconds and slowly closing. As Cole is out front. I just don't know. We got 2 laps here left in the stage. Cole out front, Tom Tor there in second, Waylon McConnell there in third, Richard Odie in fourth, Mike Schaefer in fifth, Brett Bray in sixth in that number 60 machine, Terry Fennell in the 00. There you saw the 89 of Logan Spencer go by. And Logan Spencer going to be your first car 1 lap down as Cole comes around to make it lap 99 on the board, and our stage will be at halfway here tonight. As Tom Tor now here in second, Waylon McConnell third, Richard Odie fourth, Mike Schaefer in fifth, Brett Bray in sixth, Terry Fennell in seventh, Joseph Thomas there in eighth, Rick Schneider in ninth, Brandon Brody in 10th.
Caution's out. Really doing a great job, man. We'll keep working on this thing for you. How you doing inside there? You feeling okay?
All right, so we got the stage out here. See if we can get a hold of Josh Cole once again. Hey, Cole, how's it going?
Running smooth as a goose over here, buddy.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, yeah, you've had a fast car all night long here, and we've kind of seen that. Is there anybody that might have you worried, though, as the night goes on here in the stage number 3?
I don't really know yet because I haven't had a chance to take tires during the pit stops. I really don't know yet. But there's a couple fast cars like Tom. If he stay out of the wall, he's really quick. Schaefer, if he could just ease up a little bit and save his tires a little bit, he's pretty quick too.
I know there's quite a few fast cars out there tonight, and great battles going on the racetrack. And I know Tor was a little worried there at the beginning, but he seems to have everything straightened out for the moment.
Yeah, I think what the difference is I run the high side through 3 and 4 and the low side through 1 and 2, so my tires get pretty evenly worn out. So hopefully we'll keep it up and we'll keep running this thing up front and get a win tonight.
Well, you said you had a strategy coming in tonight, so hopefully it all works out. And if you have any sponsors or shout-outs you want to give for your Stage 2 victory here tonight?
I mean, obviously the sponsors on my car, you know, you guys out there on the booth always give me a nice looking ride, and I always enjoy having you guys along, so just keep up the good work for us and we'll keep this thing going.
Alrighty. Well, Be great to see if we can get that FFTV machine in the victory lane here tonight. And I noticed you're running second in points, so I don't know if you're thinking points at all or if you're just trying to take it one race at a time.
I'm thinking lock in the next round tonight. I'm trying to get a win so I can go ahead and lock in for the next round.
Well, like I said, I know you're
That's my-
sitting in second in points, so in my head you're kind of locked in, but who knows?
Yeah. Little shout out. Chris Pendle's not able to race with us because he had surgery not too long ago. This has always been a real competitor in this league, and just shout out to him if he's out there listening. Whew.
So already, well, good luck here in stage number 3. You still got half the race to go.
Thank you.
That was Josh Cole, our stage 2 winner. He finished second in stage 1, so he's got some nice stage points here tonight. But like he said, there are some fast machines out there tonight. Alrighty, here at our lap 104. Everybody single file. Tom Torres sitting out front. Logan Spencer. He's being shown as the leader, which is a little odd to me because he was a lap down after that. He was a lap down coming into the stage. Waylon McConnell there in the pit road. A little confused on what's going on with our scoring, though. So I'm hearing some driver chatter, and I guess they something is screwed up in the scoring, but they're going to get it fixed here as Logan Spencer is back in the back. Tom Tor up here at the front. Choosing that outside lane. Josh Cole down there on the inside. And they're coming to the restart zone. Who's it going to be?
Flag.
Green flag is out. Tori is away. Here comes Josh Cole firing away as well. And they're coming down here in the corner number 1. Side by side, it is Cole and Tor. As Cole comes up in front of Tor. Tor has a good car here. And we heard that from Cole. If Tom can just keep it out of the wall a little bit, he's got a chance at this one tonight as he's sitting there behind Josh Cole. Here comes the 79, though, of Richard Odie up to second place, getting around Tom Tor. And Logan Spencer still being scored as the leader.
Should be a caution. Caution's out.
So caution
Looking for
comes
Jesus.
out.
Really good.
Logan Spencer. 89. We have a scoring mishap going on here on iRacing, and we're all a little confused on it. Oh, we're getting it sorted out now. As the live timing got a little gooped up here. Everybody's just trying to figure out getting back in line here. Alrighty. Everybody seems to be back on the same lap now. As looks like everybody coming into pit lane. Now, is this a 4-tire stop or is it just fuel only? As quick as some of these drivers are pulling out, I'm going to say it's fuel only. Topping off, keeping as much fuel in the cars as we can. And now we got now we're getting lined back up again here at lap 111. Slowly winding down the laps here. All right, so still some driver chatter going on the radio, and that's just perfectly fine here as we are lights out. Pace car is going to be dipping down, and we will be back. Green flag racing here as they come to lap 112, 200 here tonight. Pace car down, side by side. Line back up here.
Green flag.
Green flag back out. They're down and away once again, heading into corner number 1. Josh Cole is your leader. Here comes Tom Tour in second, as Richard Odie followed back into third off that top side. Mike Schaefer there in fourth. Down through the backstretch. Everybody side by side. There you see the 43. Josh Cole still out front. Let's see if we can find something exciting here. There you see the 03 of Rick Snyder going underneath Brendan Brody. As we said, everybody back on the lead lap here after some scoring snafus and some cautions. As Schaefer, or Schneider gets into, no, that is Schaefer, I'm sorry. Schaefer getting into that outside wall once again. Brendan Brody coming up through the pack in that number 60 machine. Now we got Waylon McConnell in at 75, sitting in about 6. Rick Schneider in 5th. Mike Schaefer, after getting into that outside wall, is in 4th. Rick Odie up here in 3rd. Tom Tour in 2nd. Odie going to the underneath side of Tom Tour, coming down through the corner as Tour up there on the outside. Trying to get what? There. Oh. Tom Tour giving up positions. Eric Pendle cheering on. Richard Odie, who's currently sitting there in 2nd. I thought I saw Pendle here, though. Waylon McConnell there in 5th. Still, though, Rick Schneider on the back bumper of Richard Odie. They come down here in the corner number 1. Schneider down to the inside. Odie up on the outside. Front to back. There you see the 43, Josh Cole, still up front. Followed by Richard Odie there in 2nd. But Rick Schneider trying to pull in there into that bottom side and battle alongside. And Odie into the outside wall. Schaefer making a move down below to get out of the way of that 78 machine as he lost a lot of ground. He's gone from 2nd back to 5th. And Waylon McConnell got around him as well. Now he's got to battle his way back up towards the front. Here in that number 78 machine. Down in the corner, number 3 and 4. Brett Bray sitting in 6th. Tom Tour back here in 7th. Schneider. And battling for the lead. Schaefer there in 3rd. Schneider going to the low side. And we kind of heard Josh Cole talk about a little bit of strategy. And he's going to try to bring that machine into victory lane here tonight so he can lock himself into the next round of playoffs. But if you ask me, I think he's already kind of locked in. Mike Schaefer down here in 2nd. Rick Schneider out front as they both get around Josh Cole. Josh Cole trying to get underneath now as Mike Schaefer kind of holding them up just a tad, coming down into corner number 4. Alrighty, well, we're wishing you well there, Pendle. Hopefully you can get well soon and get back out onto the track, but definitely take care of that shoulder. Shoulder surgery is no fun. Then again, no surgery is ever any fun. Josh Cole sitting here in third. Rick Schneider out there in front in first. Now we're coming down here in the corner number 1 and 2, Schneider. Side by side for the lead once again as Schaefer overtakes, coming down here into corner number 1. Rick Schneider there in second, Josh Cole in third. As Cole's looking on here in third. And we got a battle going on here for the lead as we're at lap 125 out of 200 here tonight. Mike Schaefer, our leader. Rick Schneider there in second. Josh Cole there in third. Josh Cole out front. Mike Schaefer there in second. Rick Schneider third with Richard Odie bringing up here in fourth. Willa McConnell fifth. Terry Fennell back here in sixth. Brett Bray seventh. But looking underneath of Terry Fennell as they come down here into corner number 1. Logan Spencer back here in 8th. Preston Pugley there in 9th. Joseph Thomas in 10th. Tom Tor 11th. Brendan Brody back here in 12th. And as we said, Josh Cole leading it right now as he recaptured the lead over top of Mike Schaefer and Rick Schneider. Rick Schneider and Mike Schaefer battling side by side. Oh, and there we go. And see the crossover there coming out of fourth through the trioval down here into corner number 1. Mike Schaefer holding on to second position as Rick Schneider is there in third. And Josh Cole out front leading it. And we're on lap 128. Coming to about 70 laps to go here shortly. And Rick Schneider looking underneath Mike Schaefer And it looks like he's got the run coming off of Flora down here through the triangle. And it's going to be Mike Schaefer out on the outside and still holds on to that position. We're on board with Schneider down here in the corner number 1. Schaefer holding on to that outside lane. Josh Cole, and here comes Richard Odie back up here after getting into that outside wall, getting some problems in that outside wall and losing some momentum, some positions. Now he's back up here battling again for a top podium position. And he's going to help Mike Schaefer out there on the outside, get around Schneider. And they come down here in the corner 1 and 2. He's going to stay to that outside lane and maybe try to get an outside run on top of Schaefer. As they come out of corner number 2, he does not quite have the momentum or the run as of yet, but he is there, and he's going to try to make a run here into corner number 3 on that outside lane. As Schneider looks to the inside. And we've noticed this a lot tonight. Drivers can get side by side, but it's difficult if they're running close to the same speeds for them to try to complete and make the pass. And we're on board with Odie. Hopefully I'm saying that right there, Pendle, if you're still watching. Hopefully I'm saying Odie correctly. Hopefully I'm not butchering that last name. As there you see Rick Schneider going back down there the inside, trying to get that position back. As Josh Cole sitting there out front still. Mike Schaefer there in second. Richard Odie third. Rick Schneider fourth. Waylon McConnell there in fifth. Terry Fennell in sixth. Brett Bray in seventh. Logan Spencer in eighth. Christopher Pugley's there in ninth. Joseph Thomas 10th and in 11th. That is Tom Tor with Brandon Brody back here in 12th. Everybody's still on the lead lap as it stands right now. But we know when pit stops start taking place that it is going to start shaking things up. And I expect when Josh Cole comes in for his pit stop, he's taking a fresh set of Goodyear tires onto that machine. Mike Schaefer back here in second. Richard Odie there third. And they're battling down the backstretch. Rick Schneider trying to see if he can get a run on Odie. You're looking on that 78 machine. Got the Skull Bandit 03 of Rick Schneider right behind him on that bumper. Now coming down through the trial down here in the corner number 1. A lot of drivers doing a great job here tonight. Under 70 to go here tonight. Laps are still winding down. Everything looking good so far on my PC end as we look right here with Mike Schaefer out there in front. Richard Odie there in third. Rick Schneider fourth. Waylon McConnell there in fifth. Terry Fennell in sixth. Brett Bray seventh. Logan Spencer there in ninth. Joseph Thomas 10th. Tom Tor 11th. Brendan Brody still back here in 12th. Hopefully everybody that's watching, though, in the poll here tonight, everybody's enjoying what we got going on. And I know I got something working in my mind. I don't know if it'll ever come through or not, but I do have something here for Flicker Farm TV, if we can get it to happen. On the poll might be joining another motorsports type of thing, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to talk to a couple tractor groups and see if it won't happen this year for the one, but my tractor pulling clubs I belong to, see if I can maybe broadcast some of the tractor pulls through the year. We'll see how it goes, though. As the 78 of Richard Odie there in 8th comes the pit road. He is our first car to break off and come to the pits. Have we got Mike Schaefer here in 3rd. Waylon McConnell there in 4th. Terry Fennell there in 5th. Brett Bray 6th. Josh Cole still out front leading this race. And talking to Josh Cole, we know he came out and said that he has a fast car, and he has definitely proven it here tonight. That machine is doing a great job out front. Terry Fennell back here in the 00. Brett Bray in third. Logan Spencer there in fourth. Christopher Pugliese in fifth. Everybody else sitting in pit road at the moment as Rick Schneider, Mike Schaefer, Waylon McCall all coming in. Sounds like Terry Fennell is going to come in this time. We have a couple other drivers coming in as well. Josh Cole's coming in. Terry Fennell. It looks like he's coming in. Brett Bray coming in. Pugliese. He's coming in. Joseph Thomas. He's going to take it another lap possibly. As well as Logan Spencer. Tom Tor. He came in at lap 109. Which would have been when all the others came in as well for fuel. He'll possibly be coming in here within the next couple laps. As Josh Cole coming back out on track. Not sure if Cole went and took tires or not, but here comes Logan Spencer. He's currently is the lead position here. And here comes Cole. Logan Spencer coming off a 2. There's the 89. I just heard him call out. He's pitting this time. So where's that stack the rest of the field as Tom Tor is in. Logan Spencer in. Joseph Thomas. Slowing down. He's coming in. Brendan Brody. Keep an eye on this number 4 machine. Coming in. So that's going to hand the lead back over to Josh Cole, who currently has a 5-second gap over Rick Schneider. And there you see Richard Odie back here in, it'll be third when they come across the line and everything kind of resets. There's Josh Cole retaking the lead. Rick Schneider coming across. Oh, I'm sorry. Rick Schneider coming across. Richard Odie coming across. Mike Schaefer. Logan Spencer coming out of the pits. Terry Fennell. Christopher Pugliese. We'll see how this strategy goes here for Josh Cole as he's out front. Rick Schneider sitting second. Richard Odie here in third. Waylon McConnell in fourth. Mike Schaefer there in fifth. Logan Spencer in sixth. Terry Fennell seventh. Christopher Pugliese eighth. Brett Bray in ninth. Joseph Thomas there in 10th. Tom Tor 11th. Brendan Brody there in 12th. So Josh Cole doing a great job as he's out front. We've got cars a lap down as the likes of Joseph Thomas, Tom Tor, Brendan Brody. And Rick Schneider gaining on him as he's here and closed the gap to about 3.5 seconds now. We'll see if Josh Cole's strategy will play out the way he wants to. There you see Rick Schneider sitting second. Josh Cole out front. And they have definitely closed the gap between Josh Cole and Schneider. There's Tom Tor, but Tom Tor's a lap down. There comes Rick Schneider. Trying to close in on that gap. He's 2.5 seconds back behind Josh Cole now. And Josh Cole has a bunch of cars behind him, separating him from Rick Schneider. We'll see if he can pick up any distance here As now he's got clean air once again, but Tom Tor not giving up. As Tom Tor gets back onto the lead lap. Back down here into the third corner. Rick Schneider still closing in as he's now almost down to 2-second gap. Closing down here into that third, into that first position. So Cole doing all he can to kind of hang on at the moment. He just wants himself to stay up there towards the front. I believe there's going to be one more pit stop to finish this out here tonight. I think that's when we'll see Josh Cole definitely take tires. Rick Snyder there in second. Richard Odie there in third. Waylon McConnell there in fourth. And when we were talking to the 75 of Waylon McConnell earlier tonight, our stage one winner, he was kind of hoping that that those set of tires didn't come back to bite him here tonight. Hey, out there in that 75 machine, there you see it, the 78 of Richard Odie coming back underneath him. We know Waylon McConnell, he's got a fast car as well, but unfortunately can't seem to get the grip at the moment. But Rick Schneider is still closing in. Now he's got it down to about a second gap up to Josh Cole, as Josh Cole still got a mess of lap traffic around him. We see Brandon Brody trying to get back up there as well. And the number 60 of Brett Bray is here as Rick Schneider goes around him. Josh Cole still trying to hang on to that top spot. And he may very well be okay with kind of letting some of this other traffic go. I'm just not sure if he's wanting to let Schneider go. Now we got battle going on back here. Richard Odie, Willie McConnell, and Mike Schaefer battling it out so far here through 3 and 4. Down here, back out onto the front stretch. I'm sorry, back stretch here as they come. Josh Cole still hanging in there behind the lap machines of the likes of Tom Tor, Brandon Brody, Joseph Thomas, all in front of him. I know when we were talking to Cole, he said he had a strategy in mind if this thing stays green. Richard Odie there in third, Waylon McConnell in fourth, Mike Schaefer in fifth, Terry Fennell sixth, with Christopher Pugliese there in seventh, Logan Spencer in eighth, Tom Tor in ninth, Brandon Brody there in 10th. And we're doing a great job here tonight. Josh Cole here in first, Rick Schneider there in second, Waylon McConnell third. And I'm hearing some chatter here. Not sure exactly what went on. Somebody's saying they got run over, but I'm not seeing anything on my end here. Brett Bray is down here on pit road. I'm going to scroll up here, see if we can see anything here. And, okay, we'll see what happened here. Brett Bray did indeed go off track. And he kind of just lost it. I think he said he thought he got run over, but I just don't believe he did. And he lost it coming through the corner, ends up trying to get it straightened out. We'll see what happens here because he does have left front damage. And come back out onto the track. We saw that he had left front damage. And I'm not seeing where he got that left front damage from. I saw that he went off track, but I'm not seeing anywhere where he lost it. Brett Bray has crashed and jumped to the pits. And there you see Brett Bray coming in. And he's going to park it. That's why the crash light come up. And he's going to call it. And he towed it back. Josh Cole out front. Alright, so we have lost our SDK here. And I am sorry about that. We're going to try to get it back here, though. I didn't notice that we lost SDK here tonight. We'll get it back here, hopefully, though. There we go. Now we're back. Yeah, we got the sponsors back again up there in that top right corner. 1% Designs. Keep digging. And admin box. And check out the description for the for any of the offers that may be out there from Friggy Diggy. As Josh Cole is falling back here in the second position. As Rick Schneider has finally caught up to him and is getting around. But no, Rick Schneider had to fall back some. He's sitting there in that second position. And here comes Josh Cole, still leading it. Down through the front or back stretch, I mean, as Schneider down there on the inside. Josh Cole there in first. Side by side, it is Rick Schneider looking for that lead. Now we're coming to about 41 to go as they cross the stripe this time. Josh Cole, Rick Schneider still battling side by side. They have been a battle machine going on all night long as these two drivers both want this win here tonight to help lock themselves into the next round. As they are up here side by side. Rick Schneider coming across the line first. Josh Cole, though, is right there as Josh Cole battles back and does happen to lead that lap. However, now 39 laps to go. I'm sorry, 40 laps to go maybe. I'm losing track. Lost my mind again for a moment. Waylon McConnell there in third. Terry Fennell fourth. With Christopher Pugliese there in fifth. Richard Odie once again back out on pit road. Along with Brett Bray on pit road. So it's been about 30 laps since our last pit stop. We'll see how this pit cycle plays out. I'm expecting some of these drivers to take it as close to lap 170 as we can for their pit stops before they come in. And most likely, if you have a set of tires, they're going to be taking a set of tires. That most likely will be the money stop here tonight. At about 170, if not a little bit before, if you're trying to undercut a little bit. You got to make sure you don't undercut too far, or you won't have enough fuel to get to the finish. Now Josh Cole and Rick Schneider battling it out. Waylon McConnell all by him lonesome out here in third. Terry Fennell kind of by himself as well back here in fourth. Mike Schaefer sitting here lap down in 11th. Last pitted at lap 159. He was one of the first ones in. And he also has been struggling here late in this race. Oh, we got Rick Schneider going in. He's going to try to undercut Josh Cole a little bit. And like I said, if we're in that final pit stop window, I would expect drivers to be taking. And here comes Josh Cole in this time. That'll probably hand the lead over to Terry Fennell. Josh Cole been doing a great job running just fuel-only stops for a good bit of the race. Saving as much tire as he can for this time being. Terry Fennell out here in a second. Christopher Pugliese there in third. Rick Schneider coming out of the pits as Josh Cole is still working his way down pit road. Josh Cole needs a great stop, otherwise he may fall a lap down. To the likes of Rick Schneider, as Rick Schneider's coming off back out here onto the backstretch. And there you see, and 4 tires are the order here for the 43 as he's down and away. And he's going to come out still ahead of Rick Schneider, as Rick Schneider is still going to be coming around here through the tri-oval. Josh Cole may be behind him just a little bit. Or maybe not. He might still be ahead of him just enough as he comes off of the pit road, trying to get that speed underway. He took 4 fresh Goodyear tires coming down here into corner number 4. And we got the 89 of Logan Spencer up into the outside barrier as he was trying to give way to the faster cars. Now he's going to be coming to pit lane most likely here next time by. He took a heavy hit to that right side of that machine. Brandon Brody out front. Tom Tour there in second. Last pitting at lap 139 and 140. Along with Joseph Thomas. Joseph Thomas out here trying to lead a little bit as well. Up here in the top 3 as well, as they're coming down here. And to corner number 1. Tom Tour coming into the pits this time. Brandon Brody, we'll see if he comes in this time. He does not. But we do know, I think I heard the 3 say he was coming. Joseph Thomas, is he coming? No, he is not. He's going to stay out as well. Rick Schneider into the outside wall. And that's going to lose some momentum as he has really roughed up the right side of that machine coming through the tri-oval. Lost his... Josh Cole out here in front. So Rick Schneider really had a great car. We'll see if he can gather it back up and come after Josh Cole. Richard Odie there in second. Brandon Brody there in pit road. Oh, everybody's pitted, all but Joseph Thomas. And he's going to come this time. 29 of Mike Schaefer's got to come into pit too at some point. Or, no, Mike Schaefer, I'm sorry, came in early on this pit run. Trying to undercut it some. So hopefully he might have enough fuel to try to get to the end. Sitting here in fourth, Joseph Thomas is coming in. That's going to hand that spot over to Rick Schneider. Mike Schaefer up to third. So Rick Schneider's going to be up here in the fourth. And if he can get that car back underway after slamming that outside wall through the tri-oval, not quite what Schneider wanted to do. And I think I heard Josh Cole say he kind of feels for him because he does not want to hear that. As Thomas is on pit road getting tires and fuel. Josh Cole coming around. They're going to end up putting Joseph Thomas a lap down. As we're here with 29 laps to go. Richard Odie sitting here second. Mike Schaefer, Rick Schneider. Rick Schneider looking to the inside. These two also have been battling hard this race. as they're battling for position once again up here for third and fourth. Schneider and Schaefer battling it side by side. That was a tough break there for Schneider as he ended up catching that outside wall through the trioval. Not what he wanted to do, but Mike Schaefer now has fallen back a little bit. As Schaefer has older tires than what Schneider does. Richard Odie out there in second. Josh Cole currently has the freshest one, the tires out there for the leaders. As now we have 5 cars left on the lead lap. Waylon McConnell being your last car, last car on the lead lap. Josh Cole still leads it. Richard Odie there in second. Rick Schneider there in third. Mike Schaefer in fourth. Waylon McConnell there in fifth. Those are your top 5 drivers, and the only 5 left on the lead lap as we're at 26 laps to go. Down here into corner number 1. Cole has an outstanding lead that is slowly gaining here tonight as Richard Odie is sitting second. Rick Schneider there in third. Mike Schaefer there in fourth. And everybody battles it out. Front to back, single file racing as it stands right now. And where the heck did those go? Oh boy. Interesting to see what all's going on here tonight. Richard Odie there in second. Mike Schaefer there in fourth. Rick Schneider in between them as Rick Schneider is up there to Richard Odie. He's going to try to find a way to see if he can get back up there in the second. 25 laps to go. I do not know if Schneider has enough for Josh Cole. Josh Cole has a lap fresher tires than what Schneider does. But it all comes down to who's burnt them off more. And we know Schneider really pushing it here. As Richard Odie falling back there to third. Where is Schaefer? Schaefer currently looking on here in fourth as Josh Cole is out front. Hopefully my audio and everything sounds okay and the race cars aren't overbearing. As Josh Cole comes around here, make it 23 laps to go. No, make it 22 laps to go as he crosses the line this time. Coming underneath Barney in that flag stand. Rick Schneider there in second. Richard Odie there in third with Mike Schaefer coming across here in fourth. But he's got the 75 of Waylon McConnell right there behind him as they come down here in the corner number 1. And McConnell finds some speed out there along that outside wall. He gets into the barrier once again. That's going to slow him down, lose a little bit of momentum. He's not going to quite get that outside run he was looking for. And he's back out there against that outside lane, outside wall. As he comes down through 3 and 4. Trying to get that run off of 4 now on the outside of Schaefer. And McConnell is loose. Hangs on to it down through the triangle, down across the stripe, down back here, going into corner number 1. Here comes McConnell trying to chase down Schaefer. Odie still sitting third with Schneider trying to find a way to chase down the leader of Josh Cole, who has put some distance between him and Schneider. There is 5 seconds between Schneider and Cole. And that's slowly gaining, so I'm wondering if Schneider has kind of burnt off his stuff. He's got some lap traffic to try to go around. Down here through 1 and 2, back out onto the backstretch. Schneider is coming up here to lap traffic. Richard Odie sitting there in third. Mike Schaefer, though, in fourth. And Waylon McConnell here in fifth. These drivers are the ones I'm trying to keep an eye on to see who will be finishing out there in third. Logan Spencer. Back here, 4 laps down. Brett Bray is out of this race, along with Brock. Richard Odie coming in. Mike Schaefer coming in. with 19 laps to go. It makes me wonder what type of strategy we got going on if we're seeing another pit cycle going on with Richard Odie there in fourth and Schaefer fifth, vice versa. As Josh Cole now puts them a lap down. Now we only have the top three on the lead lap. However, on board with Waylon McConnell. Very interesting turn of events so far here tonight. It'll be interesting to see if we have to take a fuel stop. Because if I'm Cole, that's most likely what I'd be taking is just fuel only if I had to stop again. As he's putting 7 seconds now on the board between him and Schneider. McConnell. About 7 seconds between him and Schneider. So only the top three drivers on the lead lap as it stands right now as you're watching here on the pole here tonight. Here from Plager Farm TV. Rick Schneider there in second. Waylon McConnell there in third. Down across the stripe, down here in the corner, number one, Rick Schneider comes in. Waylon McConnell comes in. Now here's the question I have for Rick Schneider. Does he take fuel only, or is he taking tires? As he's coming in. And got a little bit of quick repair. Jack's up. So he's taking right sides. Taking left sides. He's taking a set of 4 for that machine for Rick Schneider. Josh Cole is going to come around and we'll see if he pits his time, as currently Josh Cole is the only car on the lead lap. With 14 laps to go here tonight. I am unsure if this is kind of how Cole had it kind of pictured. As Cole is a lap ahead of everybody so far. As you see across the ticker. So we know Cole is out front as your leader, so we'll have to try to catch to see where some of these other drivers are. Pugley's here is third. Fennell there in second. Somebody's not happy here, not sure exactly what happened. Let's see if we can find something. And I'm not seeing anything here. "11 laps to go. Josh Cole, our leader. Terry Fennell there in second. Christopher Pugley's there in third. Brandon Brody, fourth, is coming into pit road right now. Josh Cole out front. Lap ahead. Terry Fennell back here. Lap down behind him. And that's Pugley's back here, a lap behind as well. Oh, Josh Cole, he really has been laying down a great run here tonight. And we'll have to ask him after this race if he still hangs on to it, if this is the strategy he got played out. And if so, was he expecting to be a lap ahead of everybody in the race? As he can almost save fuel and kind of coasted across as he's coming to 9 laps to go here tonight. Everybody out there in viewing, what's your thoughts on Josh Cole here tonight as he takes home? As he's up here, it's kind of his race to lose at the moment, as he is a lap ahead, if not more, of the field. Some drivers, he's more than a lap ahead. Some other drivers, he's just 1 lap ahead, like Fennell and Pugliese. He's only 1 lap ahead. Schneider, he's a lap ahead of Schneider. Schaefer, he's a lap ahead of Schneider. Richard Odie, a lap ahead. Lap ahead of Thomas. Waylon McConnell, he's a lap ahead of McConnell. Tom Tor, he's only a lap ahead of Tom Tor. Brody, he's 2 lap aheads of Brody. Now, it looks like Brody is struggling here. That car does not sound like it wants to get up to speed here tonight. 42's coming in. Josh Cole comes in. Terry Fennell, he's coming in. So the one that we got to keep an eye on is this Rick Schneider. And he'll come around, get his lap back. So that'll put Schneider, Schaefer, Odie all back on the lead lap. Joseph Thomas on the lead lap. As he's down and away, as Rick Schneider still coming through 3 and 4. Josh Cole coming off pit road. As Schneider still working through the tri-oval. Now coming into corner number 1 and 2. Cole's got his work cut out for him as that 7-second lap is quickly closing between him and Schneider. That is now down to 5. Josh Cole just trying to hang on here as the gap has quit dropping so quickly, as it's back up here to sitting about just under 5-second gap between Schneider and Cole. As Cole gets it back up to speed here coming down the backstretch. 6 laps to go. Richard Odie up in the 3rd with Mike Schaefer in 4th now. Joseph Thomas sitting 5th. Waylon McConnell in 6th. Tom Tor in 7th. And those are your lead lap cars now that Josh Cole decided to come in and take some fuel. And we're coming down to 5 laps to go. Back into corner number 1. Rick Schneider still trying to chase him down, but he's still sitting about 4.5 seconds back. Yes, he's got fresher tires, as Cole didn't take tires at pit stop, as Pugliese ends up off track. Pugliese jumping there to the pits. Pugliese calling it done. Logan Spencer made up a spot as he come around Pugliese, who I believe ended up calling it done here tonight there in 11th position. Josh Cole, though, looks pretty good to be locking himself into the next round. Has Richard Odie here in 3rd. Mike Schaefer there 4th. Joseph Thomas there in 5th. Waylon McConnell there in 6th as Josh Cole is bringing it around to 3 laps to go now here as he comes across the stripe underneath Barney the Flagman. Back down here into corner number 1. 3 laps to go. Schneider still trying to chase him down. But 3 laps to go and about 3. It'll be about 3, almost 4 seconds to make up. And I just don't know if Schneider can really do it, as he's still got damage to that right side of that machine. Probably would have been a great battle to see if Schneider is probably kicking himself for catching that outside wall. But as well as this 43 machine has run tonight, I'm not sure if Schneider had what it takes for Cole here tonight. But it definitely would have been a different story if he would not have caught that outside wall, sending them back. 2 laps to go here at Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight. Rick Schneider 2nd. Richard Odie there in 3rd. We're looking here. I'm trying to see. And give me one moment. We have a on the lead lap here. It is going to be Josh Cole coming back around for the turn number 3 and 4 as they come out of 4. It is going to be Josh Cole for the win. And we come back down here across the stripe. Josh Cole does get the win here tonight in that number 43 machine, about 4 seconds ahead of Rick Schneider. So we'll be back here in just a moment to get your finished results and that. I have a quick moment I got to take here. There you have it tonight. Josh Cole, your winner. If we can get a little bit better. There we go. Trying to get a little bit better view of the burnout here from Josh Cole, locking himself into the next round and most likely taking the points lead here, if I remember looking at it correctly. Now let's see our results here. Josh Cole is your winner. Rick Schneider there in second. Richard Odie in third. Mike Schaefer there fourth. Waylon McConnell fifth. Joseph Thomas sixth. Kerry Fennell in seventh. Brendan Brody there in eighth. Tom Tour in ninth. Logan Spencer in 10th. Christopher Pugliese in 11th. Brett Bray there in 12th. Isaac Brook there in 13th. Or Brock in 13th. Sorry. Oh, those are your finishing orders. And now it's time to try to move on to interviews here. I know it's been a late night here for some of us, but we'll see if we can get a hold of Richard Odie, our third place finisher. I'm not seeing Odie here, so we'll have to move into our second place finisher, and that is going to be Rick Schneider from SMS Racing. Good evening there, Rick. How's it going? Rick, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Aha, there you are. All right. Great run out there getting that second place finish here tonight.
Man, that was a rough night, but had a lot of fun.
Well, we saw that you had a rough night. You ended up catching that outside wall, losing some positions, and had to fight your way back up towards the front. Even without hitting that wall, though, do you think you still could have contended with that 43 of Josh Cole?
I think so. He probably still would have won, but yeah, he was really fast tonight. But we had some fun there for probably 8, 10 laps battling side by side. It was a lot of fun.
You definitely were battling some good drivers there tonight. I know you and Mike Schaefer were battling quite a bit as well throughout the night.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to have my teammates up there racing up in the top 5 or 6 too.
It's always great to have teammates around. So who's your sponsors and stuff you want to thank tonight for helping you get up there into the second position here tonight?
Well, I got to give a shout out to the Skull Bandit car and the crew, and hats off to the league once again. These guys run a great race every week. It's a lot of fun. Everybody's racing real clean, and shout out to my teammates Mike and Waylon.
Alrighty, and what do you think you have in store for us next week at Phoenix?
Well, we'll have to see, I guess. Yeah, it's not one of my greatest tracks, but yeah, we'll have to see how the car's set up and what we can do with it.
Well, we'll see if you can chase down Josh Cole. I know he's been on a pretty good roll this season.
Yeah, he has. He had a really fast car tonight. Hats off to him.
Alrighty, well, you have a great night there, Schneider, and we'll see you next week. It's always a pleasure to see you up here in the top.
Thanks, buddy. You have a good night, and thanks to Flieger Farm for putting a broadcast out for us.
All right, that was Schneider. We'll see if we got anybody else in here we can grab. And I know we do have one. I'm not seeing the other, so we're going to have to let that one go. Let's see here. Good evening, Cole. How's it going?
Oh, 200 laps later, buddy. I'm feeling all right.
Well, you came in, you got stage 2 win. You finished second in stage 1. And you came in and you finished here winning the race in stage 3. You must be feeling pretty good. Were you expecting your strategy, though, to play out as well as it did?
I'm not gonna say strategy really got me. I kind of just saved an extra set of tires with the first and second stage. I didn't pit. When I pitted, I didn't take any tires at all. I tried to save an extra set just in case we had a late caution. Luckily we didn't, but I knew for sure on that last stage that I'd have plenty of tire enough. But hate it for Rick, man. Rick had a really fast car, and we would have had a really fun time racing that one out.
Yeah, unfortunately, he ended up getting into that outside wall. I didn't catch if he got help there. I don't think he did. There was a few drivers that found that outside wall coming off of 4.
Yeah, Rick, I was riding behind him. I was almost in the wreck because I came off at 4 right next to him, but he caught the apron coming out of 4, and he just kind of got a little loose and put him in the wall. And I was like, that would have been fun to race it out because damn near the whole last stage, we were pretty much swapping that position for a while.
You most definitely were. And then there was a point, I don't know if you realize this or not, but there was a point there on the last pit stops, there before you came in for the last pit stop for fuel. You pretty much had everybody at plus a lap.
Yeah, I did. Terry was in second place, and I had him on the mic, and I realized he was behind me in second place. I was like, hell yeah. But yeah, I really debated on taking right sides there at the end. I was like, I figured my pit stop would be a little too long, and I wouldn't be able to catch him. So glad I stuck with the no tires there at the end.
Yeah, it's always a tough call. I mean, especially when you're trying to gas and go. You know, do you risk taking a set of tires? Do you not? It's always interesting to see the strategies play out.
Yeah, I mean, my win at Nashville, it came with a win off of a 2-tire stop there late in the race, and that's what got me there. And then this one got me here with a little gas and go at the end. So keep trying stuff as long as it keeps working.
That's all you can do. It's just that seemed your strategy, or little luck goes a long way here tonight for the 43 machine and team tonight. Oh
yeah, I'm just glad to get your Flieger Farms TV there out on Victory Lane there.
Well, it's always a pleasure. I don't care who's in Victory Lane. It's always just fun to get drivers out there having fun, and it's a bonus a little bit having the Flieger Farm Regal Wraps machine there in their Victory Lane. But I think after tonight, though, I think you might be leading points.
I should be. If not, somebody got an extra boost of points that I didn't know about.
Yeah, coming into tonight, you were down by 9 points out of the lead.
Yeah, I just know that this locks me in the next round for sure. So no matter what happens next week, I'm locked in.
So you can kind of take a little bit of sigh of relief next week, but you don't want to really take too much of a sigh of relief because you don't want to get too far behind on points.
Oh yeah.
So. but great run so far this season. And I know it's still early to tell. We still got a lot of playoff yet to go. But how are you feeling about the championship right now, or is it still too early to kind of tell?
I mean, if I get to Homestead's probably one of my favorite tracks in these cars. So hopefully, if I can get to Homestead, it'll be them three guys trying to catch me. I promise you that.
Already. Well, it was fun watching you tonight, and congrats. And who do you want to give shout outs to here tonight?
Just shout out my teammates. We kind of had a mid-season team change over there. We had a couple guys fall out on my team and their team, so we all came together. Gary and Chris over there, they run the Lost Boys with me, and just have a good time. I kind of coach them through the races, and they been doing really well this season. I'm glad to see them keep doing well.
Well, and it's great to see everybody doing well. I mean, we went pretty well caution free here tonight. There might be one caution. I know we had a admin caution there at the one point, a race official caution due to scoring snafu. I don't know exactly what happened there, but
Yeah,
glad to see you guys got it
something
figured
happened
out.
with the scoring loop, and it put one of the cars out front when it wasn't supposed to. So we just kind of called a caution and got everybody lined right back up.
Yeah, it took Logan Spencer from being one lap down to being one lap ahead. And it's like, wait a moment, something don't add up right.
Oh yeah.
But you guys, the race officials did well tonight, getting that back all together, got everybody back onto the laps, and it was a great finish here tonight. Great
Oh
racing.
yeah. Like I said, man, if Rick didn't get loose coming out of there, he would have definitely been one I would have had to try to beat to win this thing.
So, what do you have in store for us at Phoenix next week?
Phoenix is another one of the tracks I strive for. I love Phoenix. A lot of people like running the dog leg there. I usually don't, and somehow it works for me. So hopefully that'll work out just fine. I know these cars get loose pretty easily on flat ground, so hopefully everybody can keep it pretty nice and have a decent race next week.
Well, we're going to say good luck to you, and you have a great night, and hopefully your work week starts out great. And I mean, this should be a pretty good boost to it here to end your weekend, getting a win here tonight.
Oh yeah, it definitely will, and I'll catch up with you next week.
Alrighty, we'll catch you later there, Josh, and you have a great night.
You too, buddy.
That was Josh Cole, our winner here this evening in that Flicker Farm TV 43 machine. Also for Regal Wraps, we want to definitely give a shout out to Regal Wraps for doing such a great job on that. But there's also a lot of 1% design machines out here in these fields as well. They are another phenomenal shop throughout the Friggy Diggy Racing League. So be sure if you're in the Friggy Diggy Racing League to check them out. Check out your Keep Digging as well as Admin Box. We are getting ready to sign off here tonight. Hopefully everybody had fun and enjoyed themselves. Good night.